Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Your eyes are not deceiving you. I am the great, the awesome Bey the motherfucking asshole. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching me real quick, watching this wonderful, beautiful fucking show of mine. Things are going to change soon. Things are going to get better. It's a coffee can. I was like, what the hell is this all the way up in the top of my damn screen and shit? Motherfucking coffee can. All right. So I wanted to talk about today's events. Attorney General Barr fucking got chewed out by the Democrats today. What else is new, ladies and gentlemen? Anytime the Democrats want to hold a motherfucking hearing, all they do is bitch and moan. They ask questions, and then they want to make statements. And then the person that they have here at the hearing and whatnot, you know, they don't get to testify to anything and shit. General Barr was like, hey, thought this was a fucking hearing. You're supposed to listen to me, right? Why aren't you listening? They don't listen. What's that guy? Jerry fucking Nadler, whatever the fuck his name is. He decided he didn't want to fucking listen. He doesn't want to listen at all. He decides to call Antifa a motherfucking myth. Terrible. Terry motherfucking bull. What do I want to lament about, ladies and gentlemen? I want to lament about a whole fucking gamut of things. A whole fucking stream of things to fucking bitch and moan and cry and whine about. I was watching this video from the Quartering. He's crying about fucking She-Ra, the Masters of the Universe. Apparently, not She-Ra, the Masters, She-Ra, the Princess of Power. He was crying about She-Ra being thrown in the LGBTQ system, and I was like, yo, it's a fucking in my head. And and ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong, I don't like when SJWs put their 2 cents in anything and out here in society and fucking life. But when it comes to the entertainment, I'm like, hey, I don't have to watch it. So my thing is, nigga, it's a cartoon. It's a cartoon, my guy. You mad because She-Ra ain't got no titties? It's a teenage character, and apparently this She-Ra is motherfucking transgender. Okay, what's wrong with that? Who gives a shit? Nobody's gonna be fucking She-Ra anytime fucking soon. I know I won't be fucking She-Ra, but I guess, ladies and gentlemen, bringing to the stage, I have here in the background hiding out. It's probably what is he doing? Saunders, can you hear me? No, he can't hear me. Can you hear me? Nod your head if you can hear me. Oh, you can hear me. Holy shit. All right. We got Mr. Saunders hiding out in the background there. Just going to wait on the rest of the crew to get here and whatnot. So I'm going to talk a little bit of shit before I bring them on. You know, Quartering. Jeremy. Let me call you Jeremy. Man, come on. It's a fucking children's cartoon. You want to complain about something? Complain about these women out here calling themselves motherfucking stallions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Taking names that are meant to be masculine, powerful, mean male and shit to describe their beauty and their graciousness and all that good jazz. Don't be bitching about no fucking cartoon. So what if She-Ra's ain't got no goddamn titties? Let that little bitch, let that little flat-chested hoe, that little flat-chested bitch be the best flat-chested bitch she can fucking be. Okay? It's a fucking cartoon. Oh, she kissed an alien female? You mad? You mad because they showing two alien females fucking kissing? They ain't even fucking from Earth, so who gives a shit? So what? It's a cartoon. The creator passed on it. They said, all right, cool, yeah. They gave the fucking thumbs up. The creator of the show ain't got a fucking problem with it. Why do you have a problem with it? Are you a fan of She-Ra? Must be a fan of She-Ra. Must be a long-time fan of She-Ra. I don't know anybody in our age demographic, Jeremy, that is like still such longtime fans of She-Ra, Princess of motherfucking Power, in the 21st fucking century. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm a grown ass man Ain't no fucking way. I'm a fan of fucking He-Man, She-Ra, Pokemon, Power Rangers, fucking Dexter's Lab. No, I'm still a fan of Dexter's Lab. Dexter's Lab is that shit. Ain't no fucking way. I'm a fan of some fucking funky ass cartoons from the 80s, some cheesy ass fucking action TV shows from the fucking 90s. I ain't that much of a fan to fucking get upset because they fucking took away the tatas. They shrunk the character's age down. So what? Let it go. That means She-Ra in the old motherfucking cartoon, she was packing a big old dick. You know what I'm saying? She had a big old schlong. I mean, I guess maybe you was upset at the gender fluidity that the cartoon was presenting, pushing forward. Okay, so what? That's society. That's how some of these little fucking weirdos is acting now. They want to be gender fluid. They don't want to be male or fucking female. You know, I let people live. I just don't want them to fucking tell me, you gotta respect my pronouns. That's fine. You know, you and I can agree on that. There are things that you and I can agree on. And there's things that you and I probably won't see eye to eye on, because I definitely don't see eye to eye on grown men crying about fucking cartoons, bitching and moaning about cartoons. We got real shit to be bitching about. You know? But that's just my opinion. It's my opinion. You do you, big boy. You got a bigger base than I do. I don't have much of a base. All I got is my headset and my few subscribers, my few good friends. And speaking of friends, ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing to the show one of the greatest Canadians of all motherfucking time, Mr. Saunders.
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's
So
going
what are
on,
we
partner?
talking
How you
about
doing
today?
today?
They've shrunk down the age of She-Ra, so they're going back doing like an origin story.
Yeah, it's
And it's
something like an
just,
origin story, you know, a story. And from
that's
what I've been
cool.
hearing, is like a lot of the people that's been watching this show, they're like, it's got depth. It's got a deeper story than what the original had. And it's true. Because see, the original cartoon was only designed to sell toys. That's what, you know, when they was making these little cartoons back in the 80s and shit,
Mattel.
Transformers. Right. They just made them, these stories were shallow. They just threw the characters at you. Here's the characters, fuckers. Enjoy them. Buy our fucking toys. And so we got this guy on YouTube. He does video game commentary and all the other good shit. And he talks about like social issues that rise up in video games and whatnot, which is understandable. I don't like my video games changing either. But when he branches the fuck out and starts talking about children cartoons on Netflix,
Like,
I'm like, it's fucking weird.
was it common knowledge when Metroid first came out that Metroid was a female?
When it first
That
came
the
out,
main
yeah,
when
people
when
didn't
the
find out, and people didn't find out until like they got to that one little fucking that special ending and shit, and then motherfuckers lost their fucking mind and whatnot. Was like, oh my gosh, she's a chick. We're cool with it. We're cool with it. Because you don't see anybody bitching and moaning about fucking Samus Aran. Hell no. And now Nintendo makes video games with her parading around in that nice skin tight outfit, that sexy blue and that beautiful blonde hair and those blue eyes and that.
yeah, and that's honestly certain stuff that's why games have ratings. Like,
Exactly.
you know what
And
you're
I'm
getting
glad.
into when you buy a fucking game. You look right at the back; it has the rating and it has whatever's in there that you
I'm
might
glad they
have
made.
to have a problem with.
I'm glad they made Samus Aran a beautiful, sexy, voluptuous white girl.
I don't know
Now,
what that is. What is that?
Samus Aran. That's the
Yeah.
name of the character from Metroid, Samus.
Okay.
Let me see. I forgot how she used to look on the original Nintendo, because I think she had different hair. She had like different hair color or some shit like that. I mean, oh, there's there. I'm like, where the hell is my mouse? On my
I like
lap.
Googling old like Nintendo game covers and like Super Nintendo game covers and looking at the. It's just like, God damn.
Right.
That had me
Exactly.
fucking going back in the day though. I'd be like, ah man, look at this. This is the game I want.
I thought she had fucking green hair at one fucking time. Like they was doing the damn thing with this character and shit. Look at this.
Green hair. She was going through like a depressed
Oh yeah,
phase.
yeah, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, let me show you real quick. Whammy. Hell yeah, she's going through fucking menopause or some shit. But this is the character right here. This is the character that was introduced in the. They had a couple of endings. There's one of her in this basic ass outfit and shit. I guess if you completed the game in a certain amount of time, you got to unlock this little orange haired, red haired chick. Now Samus Aran, she ain't got this red hair no more. You know, she's this beautiful, gorgeous, voluptuous, bootylicious. Well, she ain't this character, but this was supposed to be Samus Aran also. I mean, I wouldn't have minded this. I wouldn't have minded that at all. Like, what? Samus motherfucking Aran? Thick old fucking thighs? Little perky titties? Green fucking hair? Hell yeah. Sign me the fuck on up. You know? But unfortunately, you know, yeah, exactly.
What does that taste like?
What does it taste like? Oh, is that what you were asking?
Yeah, I was like, what does that taste like?
Man, it probably tastes like a whole motherfucking 7-Up Slurpee. I bet she tastes like a 7-Up Slurpee. I mean, I was like, shit, hold on. Where's this other? Here's another pic right here that I find to be very fucking intriguing. You know, nobody was losing their fucking minds back in the day. Nobody. Not one single solitary person. Oh, shit.
I didn't know about that shit back in the day, to be honest.
Look at that ass. Look at them fucking apple cheeks. Look at that badonka motherfucking donk. Look at that. That's why she thick up in that one pic.
And that's from the 90s?
Yeah. This is from, I believe, no, I think this is from the late 80s. Just the late 80s and shit.
What the fuck? Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Oh yeah, I ain't know about it either until I started playing video games and shit and really started delving into them and was like, you know what? What is it about these fucking video games that, you know, are really fucking enjoyable to people? And then bam. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, I forgot I zoomed out. Samus Aran Prime.
I was getting fucking owned last night in video games.
Yeah.
I started downloading. What did I fucking ended up downloading? Oh yeah, Fallout 76. But I had to delete something, and it had to be PUBG because it takes like 10 minutes to get into a round, and then out of nowhere you could die, and then you got to wait another 10 minutes to get into a round. Like fuck that. I got that kind of time.
Yeah, I hate that shit. That's why I stopped playing PUBG. I stopped playing them battle royale games because like that replay value really drops when you fucking have to wait X amount of time to get into the match, right? And then you get in the match and you get down after you done parachuted down to the ground and shit. You don't get your weapons right away. You got to go and scramble and scrounge and scrimp and scrabble. And the next thing you know, pow! Somebody's fucking shooting you in the back with a fucking submachine gun.
Yeah, and it's hard to fucking find somebody. That's what I like about that game. Like some of the realism.
Oh hell yeah!
But if there was no extreme load times, I'd be all over it. But it's the extreme load times that kill it for me. I'm like, nope, not happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing to the show.
Nice, finally.
The next best thing in animation. The greatest artist I fucking know. The greatest pastor of all fucking time. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Taylor James. There. How you doing?
You may know him from some of his famous works on South Park.
Atheists are workers of iniquity. We're talking about right now.
The name what? Samus.
Well, Samus Aran, we're talking about her now. I'm just basically running James through the transformation that this beautifully went through. So this is what she looks like now.
I remember the first time right? I'm a little 4-year-old kid. I remember the first time I seen Samus when her arm was shot off and it was just a girl in a bikini. I went, what the fuck just happened? That's pretty much every kid from the 80s.
And
but there hasn't been a good game.
Yeah, and
that's fucking hilarious.
The fact she's still around boggles my mind.
Well, it's cliche though.
It's like that. Hell yeah.
It's like in the movies when like somebody has a motorcycle race and then they take off their helmet and it's a girl. You know what I mean? Like,
but scoot over a little bit. He got a thumb on her butt.
What the fuck?
No, you see the other one?
Oh, they're in the hands. They're in somebody's hands.
Oh, what happened to these guys?
Look, he's got a finger.
Oh, there you go. Back.
That should not be allowed. Nintendo would not put the official seal on that.
No, hell no, they wouldn't. It would be like, Samus is
a character.
We didn't create this character for fans to fucking lose their minds and shit.
The reason that's the first game like that. The Metroid. We didn't have games like that. We had games where you go level 1, level 2, level 3, right? You jump across the side of the screen. And then Metroid came out, and it's this game where you're running around, you're going, it's like a maze and shit. We were like, what the fuck? The whole game is continuous.
Castlevania did the same thing too.
No, Castlevania had levels.
No, Castlevania was pretty much the same vein. I mean, I played Castlevania games, and I've gone throughout the whole genre also. In those games, sometimes you had to backtrack. All right, maybe not the first one. I didn't play those first janky ass games. But like from like the Super Nintendo days, they straight up jacked that Metroid format.
Yeah, Metroid started it. Zelda came after Metroid, but that was like everyone played Metroid, and we played a game that didn't have levels and shit. And
so Zelda's a way better game than Metroid.
The power ups and shit. Everyone played Metroid. That's a game you had to play for a long ass period of time. You beat the boss, you get the code, you save game. And then Zelda came out. And Zelda's the same. The precursor to the open sandbox game. With Zelda, you can go anywhere, but you need tools and shit to get.
One of the so what we were talking about was the change of She-Ra, Princess of Power. What you think about? Did you watch She-Ra and the Princesses of Power?
No.
Have you heard of it?
No, I know She-Ra from He-Man.
All right, so I'm gonna show you.
She had her own show back in the day too.
What she looks like now, and you tell me what you think of this character. Here we go.
That was one of my sister's favorites. That was back in the day with like My Little Pony and shit, man.
My Little Pony.
Yeah, Smoggies and fucking gummy bears. That was my jam. Fucking gummy bears.
So here's what she looks like now, Taylor. She looks like
she looked better back then.
That still looks like the 80s style, man. That looks like 80s anime.
Look at what you guys are on He-Man.
Do you guys remember the cartoon Gem? It was like a rock star girl.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was my sister's favorite back in the day.
They made a movie. They came out with a movie and shit.
Fuck off. Are you serious?
In the holograms, yeah. And it was nothing like the show.
It probably bombed.
So she looks way better than back then. I mean, this is a teenager.
Look at you see my shit.
The animation style seems kind of cheap.
She looked way better back in the day.
It looks like cheap animation style a little bit.
That's She-Ra back in the day. Look at her now compared to.
Yeah, man, it's like Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super.
Jesus Christ.
The animation value has gone down.
He-Man is ancient.
He
got the little Nazi. He's not politically correct. He's a blonde dude with the Nazi thing.
The Iron Cross.
Yeah,
he's a Nazi?
Leave He-Man alone, you fucking idiots.
All right, but I'm just saying. She-Ra.
No She-Ra. Well, at least she got a black dude now. She got a black dude that hangs out with her.
Hey, I mean, I always felt like the cartoon back in the day was very progressive and shit.
What about Captain Planet?
Oh yeah, that was that jam. Then
that was diverse.
Dude, that was a white dude. making fun of an African as a white voice actor, or all of them.
Yeah, but still, at the same
It was
time, I mean,
all white voice actors. Oh, they nailed it.
Kende?
wait, Kinde was a fucking white guy? Was played by a white guy?
Yeah, Earth.
He fucking nailed it. Whatever, man. Fuck it. Stop being a goddamn liberal.
Yeah, right. Stop being a liberal. Stop being such a...
He's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero.
What you mean? So you said there's no black people in that cast?
Heart. Yeah, Kende is a listen to this shit. I remember I saw them doing it. It was all white people.
Black people in the fucking cast of Captain Planet. Taylor, I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. LeVar Burton, Whoopi Goldberg was in the motherfucking cast.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me see.
She was fucking Gaia, bro.
Yeah, no, Whoopi Goldberg was Gaia.
Yeah. And then Margot Kidder took over for her in '93.
Captain Planet is LeVar Burton.
No, Captain Planet was voiced by what? All right. Oh God. LeVar Burton voiced Kwame.
I need a hat.
He voiced the black guy.
Oh, it wasn't Kwame.
Yeah, get at it right here. What do you want me to say? That Wikipedia is fucking lying? Do you want me to tell you Wikipedia is lying? I get all of my
I'm on LeVar Burton's Wikipedia right now too.
You can look on LeVar Burton's Wikipedia. I'm looking at the Wikipedia for Captain Planet and the Planet motherfucking Tears, and it says right here, LeVar Burton
and motherfucking Tears.
He's sitting right there. Fucking Geordie LaForge.
Holy shit! Look how old he got.
I know, right? He still looks great though. He still looks stylish. He looks like
dude, he looks like a soldier. But he's got like fucking gray in his. I got bad eyes. That's not a fucking. I thought it was a. Never mind. He's got gray in his stash, man. Like I'm like, what? I'm fucking old.
Wheeler was voiced by this Tommy Oliver looking motherfucker. He looked like fucking Tommy from Power Rangers and shit. Go Power Rangers! American voice actor.
They've got a power and a force that you've never seen before. I love the Power Rangers song, man. This shit rocks.
You got a Puerto Rican and an Italian playing
Everybody
a white guy.
rocks out of the club when you fucking.
I mean, he's a white. Here you have
go.
a minority playing a white
still
guy.
Stands. It's a very diverse cartoon.
Very diverse. Yes, exactly. Let's see. Guy was voiced by Janice Kawaye. Is an American actress and voice actress known as Ami from the cartoon Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. What is she? Fucking Japanese? It's probably definitely Japanese. Kawaii. It looks or it sounds Hawaiian. So she might be Hawaiian and shit. Close enough.
Yeah, right. There's no car.
What makes you think I'm Chinese?
LeVar Burton's from Sacramento, California.
I am Korean. Do I look Chinese to you?
Call me would go.
Mati was voiced by this guy Scott Menville. Well, he's definitely white. There's no denying that. But Mati wasn't white. He was Brazilian.
Yeah. Hot.
It was Linka. Linka was the chick, right?
Yeah, Linka was the Russian girl.
Okay. Listen. At least we can say all these people were fucking Americans. But the casting is just amazingly fucking.
Whoopi Goldberg was Gaia. That's unmistakable.
All right, now Captain America is fucking. Wait, Captain America was holographic? I didn't know that. I thought he was real.
The atheists believe in Captain America.
I'm really shocked.
Wait, what? What did you just say?
Captain America
he came from their ring. He came from their ring.
Is a holographic superhero android that possesses all their powers magnified.
Yeah, he comes from the ring, man. You didn't watch the show.
Yeah, I watched it, but I didn't know he was holographic. I just thought he was some dude that just popped up magic. Poof, you know?
Yeah, me too.
No, they
I didn't know he was holograph. Or hologram or whatever.
With their powers combined, he was Captain Planet.
This is
You say that every time, every single time. with all those powers combined.
But he didn't say he was a. He never said I am a holograph. I don't recall him going, I am a holograph, guys. I'm not real. I'm not right here in front of you. I am a figment of your fucking imagination.
Man. Earth, wind, fire, water, heart.
This nigga's an android.
Water.
He's a fucking android. He's not even human. I thought he was like a carbon-based life form. This guy's a fucking robot.
Water.
He's a holographic robot. Weird.
Captain Planet. He's the hero. That was shit we needed to worry about back then. We wouldn't have had no Greta if it wasn't for no Captain Planet. If he succeeded back in the 90s.
Yeah, but bro, back then I also thought quicksand was going to be a way bigger issue than it turned out to be.
What's that bitch Greta doing?
I was like, I thought we had to worry about lava and volcanoes, quicksand, tornadoes. Like, I thought that was like everywhere.
I'll say it again. What is Greta doing? How come we have not seen her on social media lately?
Who's Greta?
Greta.
Yeah.
Oh, Greta Thunberg. Well, I mean, let's find out what Greta Thunberg is the fuck up to. I can look her up and shit. I mean, it's not really. You know,
social distancing and pick up your aluminum cans.
Where little 12-year-old girls live and shit and what they're doing in their fucking life. But since Greta Thunberg,
she's 18 now.
She's 17. Calm down there, bucko.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. She's a character, bro. She'll forever be 12 in our minds.
Right, exactly. I mean, come on now. Does this sir look like a fucking 18-year-old to you? They're fucking lying.
She's almost 18.
What almost 18-year-old looks like that? She looks like Pippi Longstockings. That's what she looks like. Pippi Long fucking stockings. All right, we got Pippi Long stockings going on here. She got some kind of baby syndrome where she's going to look like this forever for the rest of her fucking life, Taylor.
Yeah, there's a psychological thing going on here too, Taylor. She also still believes adults exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now's the time. Look, I seen her tweet 8 hours ago. Now's the time to declare a planetary emergency.
Greta looks 12. She looks malnourished too. This kid looks terrible.
Yeah, she shouldn't be stressing about the world's problems at 12. She should be playing with fucking Barbies or something. Like, what is she doing to herself?
What happens when you stress about the world and shit? You just get a face like that.
I was worried, bro. I was worried about how the Ninja Turtles were gonna defeat Shredder, not what the world was doing with current events. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. Greta Thunberg is out there telling everybody, "How dare you? What were you thinking?" I mean, come on now, little girl. What you mean? What was everybody thinking? We was thinking about fucking industry and shit. We try and keep this world fucking rolling. We try and keep the human race on fucking top. Because if we stop, dolphins will hop out the fucking ocean and they'll take over the fucking planet. We can't have that. Shit. Biology will tell you they're smarter than human beings. That's why they don't even fucking talk. All them fucking niggas do is go.
Well, like what? How dare I what? How dare I fucking what? Go to work over 40 hours a week to pay bills that are overpriced and fucking, just scrape by fucking week after week after week? Like, how dare I do that? How dare I actually pay for the little gas I can put in my car while working at a fucking convenience store? Give me a fucking break. She has no idea.
So what do you have to say? What do you have to say on Greta Thunberg, Taylor? You brought her up. So what do you want to talk about her?
I think I've always thought she was like a robot, but I'm just wondering why that she became so irrelevant so quickly. She was a very relevant
when they plan to subvert Earth and take over all of its resources.
If anybody's a fucking robot, it's Zuckerberg, man. That's a fucking robot.
I feel like Mark Zuckerberg was killed by his wife a long time ago, and that is just a fucking Chinese guy inside of a Mark Zuckerberg suit. Like,
well, bro,
knows.
what do you guys think of Stephen Hawking's? I think that was a corpse in like a wheelchair, and like they would just like electrically stimulate the guy to show a little movement so they could convince us he's all alive. And I'm like, that's a corpse on like life support with a remote control car and a fucking keyboard. What the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm done. Done. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Let me see. Mark Zuckerberg. Let's see if I can find some like book Mark Zuckerberg and like now Mark Zuckerberg. All right, yeah, I found one. This is what Mark Zuckerberg used to look like.
Wow. Fucking almost stepped on the cat's legs.
Call Stephen Hawking. Did you call him a robot or some shit like that?
A corpse.
Corpse. I don't know what, I forgot what kind of disease he had, but he had some kind of degenerative.
It was ALS, bro.
Oh yeah, because he used to be normal, right?
Yeah, and I think he died years ago, but they kept his body on life support, stuck him in a big remote control car, and then like basically they would zap him to make like muscle movement and make it look like he's answering questions.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what happened with Stephen Hawking. You know, he was a fucking human being, and then all of a sudden now he's just a husk of a man inside of a machine. And then when they couldn't keep him alive no more, they were like, okay, he's dead now. He's dead now. Let's tell the world. All right, Mark Zuckerberg, I would like to say pre-Facebook, but like early Facebook Mark Zuckerberg. This is definitely like one of the last times he was alive, was actually a human being.
That looks like a human there.
Then we got this. Now we're stuck with this weirdo looking motherfucker. This is not.
That doesn't look like a human to me, bro. That looks like a really good replica or like a CGI Mark Zuckerberg.
This is a motherfucking alien. He is not Mark Zuckerberg. I refuse to believe this shit. I think that the Chinese people are fucking aliens, and they switched out this man's body with one of their little science experiments. They are creating human beings in China and shit. This is probably why their population is so fucking high anyway, because they just went and clone themselves over and over and over.
Well, bro, check this out. You know how fucking Asians have like the highest population?
Yeah.
How come you never see a pregnant Asian?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mind fucking blown. Holy shit, I never thought about that. I've never
seen the pregnant Asian.
I've never, you know what? That's crazy. I've seen pregnant Asian women. I grew up in the hood. I used to go in the Chinese store all the fucking time. So, you know, I've seen some pregnant Asians. I've seen some pregnant Asian bitches. I was like, yeah, I'll definitely give her a dick.
Yeah. You're like, you know, she puts out.
Get some of that lo mein. That fucking, that Kowloon coochie. Get some of that Kowloon cat. Where did Taylor go? Did he disappear? He disappeared on us. Damn disappearing acts. Brings up these weirdos and shit that we should be talking about, and then disappears on us. All right. So I wanted to discuss. He was on today. He was doing some shit. Let's take a look at his little silly what is it? Build Back Better. Okay, Build Back Better plan. I wish somebody would build my back a lot better. But Vice President Joe Biden was on the fucking shit. He's delivering his little remarks on that. Here we go. We got the hill here. Oh, I'm glad they cut right to it, because the fucking lead up to this motherfucking shit was the most atrocious fucking thing ever. Now, I didn't watch this thing. I'm just going to poke around the video and talk shit about fucking Joe Biden. And this is going to, we're going to riff on this fucking dummy and hope that he says something dementia related. Joe Biden, Vice President Joe Biden is definitely, I don't want to call him any fucking names, but he's definitely a racist. and he's also a fucking he's an elitist idiot who fucking doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And his plan to do things for people, I was listening to a little bit, just sounded redundant, retarded. And I just got to say, I can't believe I was listening to this man talk. I am
Isn't he like a fucking kid sniffer too?
Oh, he's a kid sniffer, definitely. He loves sniffing the babies.
Okay, wait, no. I'm not against. I have to admit, man, the smell of baby heads is amazing. But like, I mean, like Joe Biden's on this kind of weird, kind of creepy, touch you too much level, man. Like, there's something fucking off there.
Yeah, he's real touchy fucking feely. He can't be now. The
Poor
man
like,
he's on this all right, here we go.
This is going to be a disaster. I know it.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I'm pretty sure there are some clips out there of him saying dumb shit. I heard him say something really dumb.
I can't hear it.
You can't hear it?
No.
All right, so what am I?
Where did Taylor go?
Oh, he probably died.
You alluded to this, but a lot of voters seem to think or saying.
Oh yeah, he's getting questioned. Oh, so they're basically What? Can you hear it now? Oh, I'm not sure. I know.
Yeah, it's really quiet. I'm gonna mute. Exactly I'm gonna mute because I think my mic might be fucking with it. Just a sec.
No, it's not. It's not your mic. It's me. I'm a dummy. I didn't share it properly. I'm a huge fucking dummy. I'm always forgetting.
Fuck, I don't know how to run any of that, man. I do everything on my cell phone right now because my computer's janked. It can't even run World of Warships properly.
Oh, for real?
Shit.
Yeah, it is a piece of shit.
Yeah, man, and I fucking love me some World of Warships, dude. I love that game. I know it's an old man game, but it's
Oh shit, my bad.
Just the way the whole system's set up, it's amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is brought to you by World of Warships. And here we have Mr. Saunders to tell us more about World of Warships.
Oh my God, get my ugly mug off this screen.
All right, back to
no hat. Bro, you know how I wear a hat all the time? Everybody accuses me of being fucking bald.
Oh, for real?
I'm like, yeah, and I'm like, well, I'm getting old. I'm thinning, but like, I'm not fucking bald yet. Like, but they're just like, they get so mad.
I was watching that video of you swinging off the fucking boat and shit. I was like, look at this guy. He thinks he's a fucking action star and shit. Mr. fucking Patrick Swayze over here doing his own stunts. This guy. And speaking of somebody who does their own fucking stunts, Joe motherfucking Biden, ladies and gentlemen. I fixed the volume.
Nice. He is a stuntman, isn't he?
Also allow us to support community development banks that have a proven record of investing in minority small businesses.
Really?
$30 billion is estimated to leverage $150 billion in new finance and equity for more black and brown small businesses.
My thing is, all right, so why when they talk about people of color, they always got to go with these damn colors and shit, black and brown, black and brown, black and brown. What about the Asian community? What about the yellow motherfuckers and shit? How come they don't talk about Asian Americans? What about white folks out there that want to fucking have
Bro, this is the one I want to plug the most, man. And like, I'm not denying the African American struggle. I know, man. I've seen it now. Like, I have seen in certain spots, there's some iffy, weird fucking shit going on.
Yeah.
But I can't deny the red guy, the red colors, man. Nobody talks about what happened to the red people.
The Native Americans.
And how fucking bad, dude, they got fucked over and continue. They're still being fucking hunted down in, like, sneaky political ways today. It's fucked.
It's terribly fucked. I think that what Joe Biden needs to talk about is everyone. He needs to talk about all of America. But his message is strictly, you could tell his message is strictly trying to focus on those precious black votes that he knows he fucking lost. And he made his little stupid ass comments. And people are starting to now realize, people like you and myself, our age demographic, are realizing, oh, you are the reason why Black people, why Latinos, why Native Americans have been being arrested in the 90s at record numbers more than white folks.
No doubt.
Prison. This is all
bro,
your
well, this, okay, you can clearly see how white my skin is, bro. I could never, ever fully empathize with growing up in America, because I'm also Canadian, as a colored man. But if I tried to imagine being a colored fella and impressionable and looking out into politics, if I ever saw a fucking white man say shit like, if you have a hard time between this or that, you ain't black, I think right there is where I've been like, that's the fucking end of that shit. Even for me, like, I'm not a super fucking, like, I'm not a supremacist in any color, but the minute that guy said that shit, bro, like, I was like, man, this guy's a fucking kid sniffer. He's clearly fucking racist in some sort of fashion. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure if this guy went to the dentist, he'd say some pretty crazy shit while he was under some fucking, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and
So-
and there is a. Oh, let's see if I can find that clip of him making this remark. He was in an interview with, I believe it was Joy-Ann Reid. Yeah, it was Joy-Ann Reid. Joy-Ann Reid is another one of the left liberal.
Like, I let a lot of shit slide, man. Like, I don't try to judge anybody for nothing, even the words that come out of their mouth, sometimes even their actions. But somebody that's in that position at that time, in this fucking time, to say shit like that, I'm just like, man, I wouldn't even say shit like that to my friends in a fucking closed door right now. Like, that's like not even, it's not close to reality. It's not a fact of reality. It doesn't even portray some kind of weird reality that may exist inside that fucking delirious head. And I don't know, man. I can't picture that guy being a successful president, man. Like, what the fuck?
I'm going to play this clip for you, and I just want you to listen to everything this man says out of his face very carefully. All right.
I cringe. Oh shit. Okay, bro, before you do this, I can already imagine the weird shit that's stirring in his head, because now there's a black lady in front of him. I'm fucking worried. Like, is this gonna be bearable, bro?
Is this going to be bearable? Yeah, this will be slightly bearable, but you got to listen to what this man says about picking his VP candidate.
Most African Americans that I've talked to on a daily basis are very concerned that black women in particular have been the heartbeat of the Democratic Party for a long time, really shored you up in places like South Carolina. Are you committed to naming a black woman as your vice presidential running mate?
I am not committed to naming any but the people I've named, and among them there are 4 black women. So that decision is underway right now. And by the way, black women have supported me my entire career. You all act like all of a sudden there was an epiphany in South Carolina. I have had over a 96%, 94% rating in the state with the 8th largest black community in the United States of America, Delaware. And so they're the ones, as that old saying goes, that brought me to the dance. I have been loyal. They have been loyal to me. And so it is important that my administration, I promise you, will look like America, both as from vice president to Supreme Court to cabinet positions to every major position in the White House. It's going to look like America. It's critically important that be the case. I can guarantee you that.
Have you narrowed down your choices?
Here it comes.
Well, I'll tell you what's happening. We're getting the detailed analysis that has done. I've been through one of these vets, as they say. it takes about 6 weeks, and you go into everything. It's like having a public physical examination. That is just being finished. I'm having a 2-hour vetting report from the lawyers and women and men of color, as well as white folks who are doing the vetting. We've gone through about 4 candidates so far in the 2-hour vetting, and then when I get all the vetting done of all the candidates, then I'm going to narrow the list, and then we'll see. And then I'm going to have personal discussions with each of the candidates who are left.
All right. Well,
and make a decision.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
He could have just said no. No, he could have been like, nah, we're not really open to discuss that yet. We haven't narrowed anything down quite yet. We still got a lot of work to do.
Thank you. See, now, if Joe Biden was smart, if he was an intelligent man, which he's not, I'm just going to say, Joe Biden's a big old fucking dummy. He's a retard. I find him to be very, like, he says whatever is on his mind. But at least when Trump says something and he's factually wrong about it, at least he doesn't fucking go and try to double down on the shit. You know, he doesn't say dumb shit out of his fucking face and continue.
And also, bro, the 96%, 94 black women have supported me throughout my whole career. 96%. He started going into statistics. I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? And he's like, Delaware. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on here? I'm like, this shit I don't know about, but I'm like, where is this gonna get weird? And then it got fucking weird there. As soon as he's like, did you narrow it down? I'm like,
he said,
fuck, here we go. Here's a train wreck.
We got some white folks vetting. I'm like, wait, why y'all got white folks vetting for a black candidate? Why don't you have some black folks? Some people of color, you know, who should be in this vetting process. I mean, I think he mentioned that there was people in the vetting process for that, but I mean, why does it have to be a fucking black woman? Why can't it be a black man? Why can't it be an Asian man? Why can't you have a fucking Latino vice president? Why can't you choose whoever the fuck you want to choose, Joe Biden? You want to know why he can't choose who the fuck he wants to choose? Because the Democrat DNC is filled with shams. These people have a vision that is not progressive. It is a vision to keep minorities such as like Taylor, minorities like Taylor, oppressed and on the plantation. I'm not on the plantation. I'm not one of these motherfucking funky ass minorities because I don't fucking drink the Kool-Aid. I don't sip the fucking breast milk from the fucking Democratic teat. Is I think for my fucking self. And what I think is Joe Biden is the worst possible candidate the Democrats could have ever fucking chosen out of all the fucking great candidates that they had before. Kamala Harris, regardless of all her fucking flaws, would have been a way better candidate than Joe Biden. I don't give a fuck about her corruption out there in LA. She would have been a better candidate than Joe Biden. This man is old, white, ancient, crusty. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He insults his constituents on a fucking they stand up to ask him a question, and he fucking tells them, well, why don't you vote for Trump? He'll call them names like, hey, fat, you lying dog-faced pony soldier, or he'll fucking tell them he's gonna slap them in their face. And these are people who come out and tell him, hey, I'm voting for you. I'm considering voting in a general election if you get the nomination. Why who does that to their base? Who does that? Who talks like that? People.
Oh, I do. I talk to everybody on my Facebook list like that technically when I go live. People go in, like close friends of mine in like my personal life are like, bro, why are you being so mean? I'm like, man, I'm not even talking to you. What the fuck are you talking about? It's hilarious.
You're crazy. Hey Taylor, let's hear your Biden impersonation. You had a good one.
My Biden? I can't do that again.
Yeah, that was gold.
There we go, right there. That's exactly the best Biden impersonation right there. I can't do that again. That's exactly what Biden would say. That sounds just like something he would say. What do you think about Biden's chances, Mr. James? Exactly. I asked the question. This man doesn't fucking answer. He's probably, what do you?
He's still doing Biden impressions.
Biden's like, I need everybody to help me defeat Donald Trump. Look, well, let's watch this fucking idiot on the internet. Let's see what his latest. The whole campaign. This is how I know the COVID is fake. Because the whole last couple months has proved that they need to keep Biden like not campaigning. He don't have to campaign. He got the world campaigning for him.
I mean, look, fat. You lying dog.
He can't debate Trump.
You know how the line goes. You guys know how the line goes. That's Biden right there for y'all.
Have him and Trump been in the same room together on camera?
I don't think so. Let's
having conversation, because I have a feeling that Biden's gonna start threatening him physically, and Trump's gonna be like, oh, I'm really scared. I'm really scared. He's gonna bring up his mental illness and everything. I know it. It's gonna be horrible. He's gonna be like, by the time you cross the room there, buddy, you're gonna be forgetting why you're even over here. You're gonna cross the room, you're gonna end up shaking my hand, I guess. I would love to see those two in a debate. It'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh, we started to go through this, but then then the Joyanne Reed thing really popped in my head. Did you share the sound?
Biden's gonna get fucked. I can't picture Biden keeping his cool in front of Trump, having a conversation or a debate with him.
Even share the audio from that.
He said, "Go back in the basement." He goes back in the basement. You remember that shit?
Yeah, he's gonna do his debate. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna be in the basement. He's just gonna fucking be losing his mind. I see him now, just losing his fucking shit. Just fuck.
Everybody from Delaware, everybody knew who Hicks was. He was deeply involved in social justice issues and politics in the state for a long time, and was really very much engaged.
There's no way he can win, and if he does, it's stupider to have him president than be Trump.
And this city was in flames. And he was a good friend.
I think it's because Trump is the lesser of two evils. I think it's because President Trump.
The East Side, I got to know Hicks.
Trump knows what the fuck he's saying to people
over there as well. And
Trump actually knows who he's talking to. Biden forgets who the fuck he's talking to most of the time. He's like, "What's your name again?"
And
at least his eyes are open this time.
I saw Hope as a senator when, as I said,
minutes looking down at the podium.
Son, the Attorney General of Delaware, Beau Biden, he would attend mass at Sacred Heart just up the street here, and then he'd walk here with his notebook in hand in pocket, sit around for the better part of the day, and see if he could find ways to help and see what they may need or not need. And it was on the, as I said, the East Side where I was a teenage lifeguard and my career as a public defender started. That's how I got so involved with the community. And this center, as I said, is named after my buddy, Hicks Anderson. He was everybody's friend. Hicks and I went way, way back. We just walk around Wilmington, and everyone has a story about Hicks. How he cared, how he always was there for you, and how he built a wonderful family, including twin sons who gave back so much to this community and continue to do. They served in the United States Army, and now they're serving jointly as the poet laureates of the state of Delaware. And
Delaware
is a state representative.
Delaware.
His family and everyone else at this center embody the
Delaware is the first state
of America.
I'm so fucking hard right now. This nigga is so boring.
Black, brown, Native American immigrants have always been found they pushed out, not fully included from our democracy
and passing out.
And it's by pure courage, heart, and grit they never gave up.
Grit.
They pursued the full promise of America. That's the story of the people of this community and of this country. That's why I couldn't think of a more meaningful place to talk about my Build Back Better economic agenda. A bold, practical plan that's going to help build a stronger, and a more just and sustainable economy for everybody this time included. And it's a story of two civil rights heroes we lost last week. One who shows the way forward, each of them their separate ways. Reverend C.T. Vivian.
The fuck are you doing back there?
He's beating his dick, man.
Drownings.
Shut the door!
You can't turn your back upon the idea.
Busting up some weed.
Enormous courage. And my friend, an American hero, Congressman John Lewis, who crossed the Edmund Pettus Bridge one last time on Sunday, who once said, "Freedom is not a state, it's an act." I've been over the bridge twice, once with him, and I thought I knew a lot about it. Until you walk that bridge, and some of you have done it, and you get to the crest of the bridge, the first time you can see down the other side. When I walked over with him a couple years ago, I thought to myself, what in God's name did it take in terms of internal fortitude, courage, to walk down there, seeing those folks with clubs and on horses, waiting at the bottom of the bridge with no way back. I spoke to John just before he died. He was on his deathbed. And he said he could talk, he wanted to talk. Instead of answering my concerns for him, he asked about me. He asked about us. He asked that we stay focused on the work left undone to heal this nation, to remain undaunted.
China's dick sucking.
Crisis and the economic crisis, taking the blinders.
Done sucking China's dick.
Let's do it for John Lewis, everybody. Black Lives Matter.
That plagues this nation.
They got a martyr now.
See now. Those people
John Lewis is a better martyr than the other guy.
All those folks risking their lives, stacking the shelves.
I don't know who that is.
They are a couple of what are they, black representatives?
All those folks.
Look at Biden making sense.
Black and brown. One thing.
Back to the colors.
The president can do right away.
Everyone knows black people are just as smart as rich people.
Right away. Pass the bill to restore the Voting Rights Act.
He's like,
yesterday.
Yeah, black people are just as smart as normal people. You just got to give them a chance.
You kids. I was like, what the fuck?
Not the effusive praise we heard.
Who are these poor
many
kids?
of our Republican friends. Back it with some action. Protect
The
that
poor
state
kids
right
are
to
just
vote.
as smart as white
Willing
kids.
to die for. If they don't, I've been saying all along, it's one of the first things I'll do as president if elected. We can't let the fundamental right to vote be denied, especially in the middle as this pandemic rages on.
How is it being denied? Nobody's denying the right to vote.
From COVID-19 and counting, more than 4 million Americans have tested positive and counting. Black and Latinos.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Told you they'd use that shit.
Yeah. That man's speech was boring as shit. Joe Biden.
He said the virus is for white people.
He said the virus is for white people. He basically is saying that blacks and Latinos are at risk of this virus. I don't know why they keep making that a fucking talking point. White people at risk for this motherfucking virus too. So are Asians. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
What if he's telling the truth? What am I supposed to not go around the people, the POCs? We're not supposed to go around them?
That's basically what probably trying to say. He probably trying to start a new segregation act. Black people in one spot, Latinos in one spot, white people got their own fucking part of the country and shit. Maybe he wants to give black Americans their own fucking part of the country and shit.
Well, some of them want that.
Yeah, I know. The not fucking around coalition, they want that shit.
But we don't want to do that. Like, we've already proven, like, that's the thing. That's what the Democrats want. And they already have that. You don't understand. Like, South Chicago is black. And, like, if what they do is they go, well, they're starting to get into the white area, so let's mosey them all down into the black area that's getting smaller. And that's why you have, I was watching the shit on Chicago, and that's exactly what's happening. They're gentrifying one area. So it's like thugs from one hood, And then there's the people down there in that hood that's still there. So they move them out and they gentrify them, and they got to move into the hood. So that it gets smaller and smaller, the hood. But those gangs are still there. They're tightening the perimeters. So those motherfuckers are in Iraq. They've
been doing it to natives for years. The indigenous people.
The Bloods on the 40th floor of the project, and then right on the 39th, like by the 39th and the 38th floor, it's the Crips again. So when these fuckers go to leave the building, they're fucking crossing gang territory on the elevator.
They in the same fucking building. These niggas see. That's why gangs are retarded. I'm fucking done. They are retarded. I probably will get a ban on Facebook for saying that gangs are fucking dumb too. You know, this is just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous.
That's what happened in Los Angeles and shit when the Mexicans started moving in. They started taking over Firestone, Florencia Firestone district and shit. They started moving into the black neighborhood, and then they just say, "Hey, fuck it, we're just fucking Mexican against black." So like they're like normal black people that they're going to work, or like a girl playing in the yard. They roll up and they just do a drive-by on black people, undiscriminatory.
They're fucking retarded.
That's what happened. Like in Los Angeles, like the Southern Mexicans don't like black people, and that's because they're at war. In general, like the Mexicans and blacks.
Talk about President Trump being fucking racist, and these assholes, these Mexicans out here being racist towards black
people. It's different. It's up north. It's different because the Southern Mexicans don't like the Northern Mexicans, so that alliance, right? Seeing that the Bloods and the Crips are in Southern California, they go to the penitentiary, and they know all the Southern Mexicans that were shooting up their neighborhood, so they align with the Northern Mexicans.
So what you're saying is hate is hate. It doesn't matter what type of vessel you put it in and present to the public. It's hate, whether it's racism, anti-religion shit, religion shit, blah, blah, blah. Hate's hate. Well, it doesn't matter what package you wrap it in.
That's how it started in Southern California. The reason there's a difference between the Southern and Northern Mexicans is because the Southern Mexicans are like in Los Angeles and San Diego. They're like in the city. We're like up here, right? The predominantly Mexican areas are agricultural areas like Fresno and Modesto. So they're out there working, right? Their parents are migrant workers. So the Mexicans in Southern California were racist towards them. They're like the wetbacks and right from up north and shit. So they started to hate each other.
That's why we're living in a society that currently, fucking puts out there that white people are racist. Just white people. Only white people can be fucking racist. This is why we have institutions, college institutions that say only white people can be racist. Black people can't be racist. Some people can't be fucking racist. Yeah, you guys are fucking racist. I can admit that.
That's why.
But so are black people.
That's where racists come from too. Where the north, like the agriculture area.
Some people are.
Everybody's racist.
No, but that's where the racist white dudes are from. They're from the place with the Mexicans working right in the fields and shit.
I think it's racist to call I think it's racist to call Latinos brown.
But that comes from the California prison culture is a reflection of geography. It's because the racist the skinheads predominantly from the Central Valley and the desert.
That's being used by our political system right now, referring to Latinos as brown people. I have not grown up with knowing Puerto Ricans, Hondurans, Cubans, Dominicans as fucking brown people. Why? Because I'm brown myself, but I've never instituted brown being them. Who's instituting brown being them? Our politicians. These SJWs out here that are fucking acting all fucking crazy. This is not no gang issue. This is an issue of society at large. This is an issue purporting and making this an issue. They throw that brown label on there because they want to make Latinos look good. They want to make when it's Latinos out here, they looking like shit also. I've seen Latinos be racist towards me. One of them fucked up my haircut once. Terrible job. It was tremendously a bad haircut. I was expecting to get a tremendously good haircut, but I didn't get it. There's a thing where Latinos don't like fucking black people. Native Americans don't like fucking black people. They jealous of us. They jealous of our fucking strength, our fucking athleticism, our musical ability, our intelligence,
And
our
welfare checks.
and our welfare. That's right.
You
Because
get better welfare.
eventually,
Your hoods get high-rise project buildings with a playground and a basketball hoop. Their hood is like in the middle of the fucking cuts where nobody can go.
exactly. And all I get is these nut ass casinos that nobody fucking go to except their own fucking people. Like, who goes to a Native American casino?
You never like if you go to the if you go to the hood, you're like, well, this is still part of a place in America. Where if you go to the Indian reservation, you have to drive hours to get there, and
Yep.
they don't have police. They have their police and the FBI. So like, when somebody get like a shooting, they have a drive-by shooting in the Indian reservation. That person's going to federal
I
prison.
can't buy no land on their reservation. I'd be like, I can't buy land out here. Can't buy a house. No, you can't buy land. Why? Why not? Because you're not Native American. Fuck you mean? I was born in this country. That's bullshit. I don't need your fucking blood to show that I'm not I'm a Native American. Taylor, you're just as Native American as I am, and as these Native Americans who are descendants of the original Native Americans.
That's actually that's what I am. I'm Native American, Irish, Acadian.
Yeah, because the white people,
you're from America, Saunders.
No,
we like them, but we had to fight them.
Oh, you are from America. I'm sorry. I'm fucking dense.
Shit, man. That's the shit.
Canada is in North America. Canada's in North America too. We
No, but that's the shit. Like, if you say the Confederate flag,
the Americas.
They say that the Confederate flag have to come down because it fought against the United States, and it represents an enemy of the United States. But so do the Cherokee Nation, and so do the Sioux Nation, and so do all those fuckers we had to fight.
Yeah, but bro. Okay, how would this have looked if the BLM movement hit after the George Floyd thing? And then all the Southerners that like to fly their Confederate flags decided to take their Confederate flags down on their own accord to show support. Imagine how that would have looked. Imagine how that vibe would have rung through. But no, they chose not to do that. People aren't choosing to support. They let Australia burn all the fuck too. Like, people don't give a fuck about anybody. They just want to trend and seem doing shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's fucked. We're fucked, boys. We're fucked.
I like it. I like it.
My ex was telling me the other day she donated to Black Lives Matter. I was like, oh, okay, good job, good for you.
Indians are like
money, but you know, okay, you want to waste your money on that? Knock yourself out. I would have bought me a video game or some shit. I wouldn't have given it to fucking Black.
That should be cool if you could go to a place there's actually Indians there and you could take your kids to see the Indians doing their Indian shit. That's America. We like that. We want more of that.
Oh God!
But unfortunately, our governor is a fucking
Native American tribals, sir. Not Indians. They're not Indians. Come on now, this is a family show. Let's be politically correct.
They're governed by the Bureau of Indian Affairs.
It is true, they are, and they say nothing the fuck about it. And you know,
we should invest in our Indians. We've been investing in black people and shit, and what we get? We get fucking cops, and we get to watch them on TV and look at the crisis it's generated. There's black people I know, right, and they're not like that, but then like they go out and the police think they're like that because of what we get. We showcase the black people doing. You're either good at sports or you're a criminal. That's how the average.
See here,
but I think
here what we have a weird fucking problem with. And you guys can look this up. Just Google it, and you guys will be like, what in the fuck is going on? It is the scariest fucking thing known to man right now, in my mind. Indigenous women and the amount of them that go missing in Canada is fucking staggering and frightening.
Yeah.
And, like, nobody's doing anything about it. And this has been for fucking years, man. And the fact that it's still happening in 2020, I've seen one fucking article on it since ever. That's it. I've seen one article on it. And it was some girls with some red hands painted on their face.
they don't
It's
show
fucked
us.
up.
They don't show us what's going on in the Indian reservation. Like you have to. It's not on TV every night. Like the black people. They don't show you that everyone's addicted to crystal meth, and like the Indians that leave and shit. They're the ones out. Like we meet a couple Indians that left the reservation. They don't want to live there. It's the same reason why
Indians.
the black people don't want to live in the ghetto anymore because it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's true. We
The-
don't want to live
That's
in a
why
fucking
they
ghetto
don't
anymore.
show Americans. No, but
They
they
don't
don't
wanna-
show Americans what it's like in the Four Corners or in like the Modoc or in the Mojave region or in the Cherokee Nation. It's a bunch of people with trailer. It's like a
I
trailer park.
have a
full of Native Americans.
lot. I mean, a lot of fucking very successful Native American friends that I've trained with, that I speak with, that I hang out with, that I laugh with. I got multiple business owners. Like,
Man, go to the reservation, man.
I've been on them. A lot of the times, a lot of the cage fighters that were early on in the careers were all from the res around here, man, and they were fucking whooping ass too.
A fucking hood.
I know.
It's a fucking Appalachian hood. There's like nothing there. There's no jobs or anything. They have casinos and shit, and that's where they get all their money, and they all get fucking kickbacks from that revenue. And what they do is they live in the trailer park on the kickbacks and smoke crystal meth. It's not a very there's not a lot of opportunity for people.
There is a lot of
400 miles. No, but
there's a lot of opportunity. They just got to move off the fucking reservation. They got to get off the reservation.
Yeah, but you can't just move off the reservation. These reservations are fucking hundreds of miles from fucking your average area.
You can. I left Philadelphia, which is a reservation.
Oh shit, man! Let's
Philadelphia and moved all the way out here to Arizona. My opportunity.
Let's put a fucking project development in the middle of the
move out of those reservations. This
Put
is
a
what we tell
black people in the middle of the fucking desert and see how long they're see what goes on there.
You see what goes on there. All right, I'm gonna do the same hand motions you do.
The projects in big cities, major cities and shit. They put black people close to white people. Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying. I'm sorry. This is just a path forward for people on the reservation. If they feel like they stuck on the reservation, they might want to just, maybe step away from the reservation, get out from under the government's teeth, getting all that fucking money per month and shit from the kickbacks from the casinos, and they should move and expand their opportunity, expand their fucking chances. I mean, it's not impossible. It is completely possible.
They get welfare. Y'all get welfare. The difference between you and them is they get put 400 fucking miles out in the middle of nowhere for us to take pictures, right? So we can go there, and we hope people go to the reservation. They don't see Indians doing Indian shit like your average white person would want to see. Like, hey, let's go to the Indian reservation where they all got their headdress and they're doing powwows and the teepees and shit. They don't have that, man. They just have a bunch of people that are impoverished, living in trailers, smoking crystal meth.
There's not a fucking thing to just go, hey, oh my God, that's so exciting. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, that's what Americans in their mind think an Indian is. It's somebody that they know how to fucking hunt and shit with bow and arrow, and they know how to do all this cool Indian shit, and they have all these techniques that we heard about. Americans are taught that the Indians are like legendary people.
That's the truth. They got arms and legs. They know how to get up and walk. They know how to get up and they can get up and smoke some fucking meth. They can get up and drive and change the situation. I was able to get up and smoke some fucking meth and spice and all that good shit. And guess what? I changed my situation. I moved. I got up. I was like, I'm tired of this. I can't do this no more. And I fucking moved. And that's what I'm working on. Is fixing my situation.
If I can
implement their welfare, but your welfare.
Let's go then, boys.
Nowhere.
They're enjoying their welfare.
Black people will follow the white people to wherever they go.
Gucci. I'm making my own way. I'm making my own welfare.
So there might be like a few black. I'd say there's probably like a few black people that like moved. They said, "Fuck this, we're gonna go live out in the middle of nowhere." Like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is one of them.
Kind of black people doing this. This isn't a new thing. Black people have been doing this forever. Black people have been moving out of the fucking hood and figuring out, this is why we have black Republicans, black conservatives, because they done moved out the fucking hood. They done got out of that fucking, escaped from that fucking mindset in these liberal democratic cities, which have rats, fucking shitty politics, high crime rates. You know, if the Black Lives Matter, which is a democratically owned, led, and funded organization, cared about crime in the hood, then they would do something about it. They would stop it. They would funnel that money into stopping it. Instead, they're funneling the money into politicians' pockets. The top three, which are white people: Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren, and that other fuckface. And
it's not really skin color. It's more cultural issue because not every white dude looks like Justin Timberlake and fucking what's his name?
highly
Yeah,
disrespectful.
because a lot of our ghettos here are filled full of the pejorative or the racial slur for them would be called wiggers, is what they called them here.
No, but you see, that's
I don't
a
know
white.
if you guys remember that.
There are white people that want to move on to. They go to a different culture and they have a different culture than the other white people. So that's the same thing with the black people. There's black people that
My thing is
meandered out of the black culture and they're no longer black, like Carlton. They're black physically, but not culturally. And that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about the cultural black people will go where the white people go. They have done this.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing. We going where the white people at. I went to where all the white people and the Mexicans are at.
Because like the blackest places in the U.S. or in the South.
You haven't been to Philly, have you?
Philadelphia is not as black as Memphis or Atlanta.
It's pretty black.
It's not as black as Atlanta. How many black people live in Philly?
A lot.
Yeah, so there's a lot of black people live around here too. But how many? Is it like 75% of the city, like it is in Atlanta?
The city has just Atlanta. Atlanta's not that big of a city anyway. It's like a snap of a fucking finger.
No, Atlanta, all the cops are black, all the people are black.
All the cops ain't black.
In Atlanta, when I was there, yeah.
They ain't all black. You acting like they all 100% black, like it's nothing but Negroes walking around the fucking streets of fucking.
You in downtown, right? The nice area of Atlanta. That's all black people there. That's not like anywhere else I've been. That's why I was surprised at Atlanta.
Is Georgia a blue state or a red state?
Huh?
Georgia,
red state.
Still a red state. If all these Negroes is living in Atlanta.
No, because it's not. The rest of the Georgia is white. I'm telling you, Atlanta's like the only place like that.
All right, Georgia, because Atlanta is just a city. It's a city. It ain't that many black people in this fucking country. We only 13%. I'm a part of the good majority, the 6% of the population, black men and shit. You know, we trying to do our thing, but you know, what was I about to look up? Oh, demographics of Philadelphia. Yeah, okay, all right, yeah, I agree with you there. The demographics of Philadelphia isn't that fucking great. As great as
Where's my mouth guard I made?
It is pretty much predominant. Yeah, it's 42 black, and the rest of it is 41.19% white, 7.15% Asian. Other races is 5.94%. Two or more races, 3.03%. Native American, 0.37%. Native Hawaiian or Island Pacific Islander is 0.05%. So like they barely there in the fucking jaw. So you got the top three motherfuckers: Asians, whites, and right at the big old fucking top is us Negroes, the blacks and the African Americans. We hanging the fuck out there. We're number one. We're number one by a few percentage points, but we're
all the southern states covered right there. That's all the southern states. And look at that.
And I agree with you. I'm pretty sure Atlanta is nothing but a bunch of dusty ass black people living down there and shit.
Look at that. DC by itself.
It's not even like
it is black people.
Be a scratch above.
Look at all the southern states at the top. Not one of them, not a southern state. Then we get out of the south.
Here, let me share these.
We lose the South, and we start to get the minorities. Look at California.
Right, no one.
6%.
What is that? What is this supposed to be?
Man, I'm gonna go stick my head under a truck tire, man, any second now.
Are you good? What, you got a headache?
My fucking jaw is killing me.
Madness. Or Tetris.
That's the South, like I said.
All right. Let me share that again. Let me share that. What's the South? What are these numbers here? Are you all right? You took it off?
Millions. DC is the largest with 50% of all DC, but that's only one city.
51%.
Atlanta will be
55%. You saying you acting like all black people live in the South though? One city got 85%.
But 45% of black people in the whole country live in the South.
They do on the West Coast. I can tell you that. That's a fact.
What?
If I know what it is,
if I
grind my teeth in my sleep, imagine what I'm doing to my fucking jaw without teeth.
They don't live in the West Coast.
I know. But look at those numbers.
Black people that live here.
Black
and
people.
The whole state of California. We're not. That's them. Oregon and Seattle. That doesn't compare to fucking. That's probably all of what Georgia has. 2.5 million black people live there.
New York City, and I'm gonna show you something. What's a trend here? This is where. Why couldn't I get a chart like fucking New York, like what fucking whatchamacallit? Residents or New York percent of whites. Why couldn't I get a chart before with those? I gotta get this nut ass fucking chart. Come on now. Come on. Give me a better chart.
Well, see, that's what I think. They're gonna go where the white people live. What's the South because it feels like home.
This is fucking bullshit.
Have like so many people fucking up in these joints. It's because
Find a part of the United States that has a majority of black people and not white people.
all right, is there a search bar for this?
It's not. That's what I said. Man, James, what are you doing?
I'm looking for my mouth guard. My jaw's killing me.
I'll tell you, I've been to Georgia. I haven't been in Pennsylvania, but I've been to Georgia. And when I went to Georgia, I was driving and it looked like all these fucking white, like your stereotypical South, like hick people, which is just like Florida did. But then you go to Atlanta, it's like the Emerald City there. It's all black people, and it's all progressive. It's got the nice buildings and shit. And it don't look like anywhere. You go north and go right back to being ghetto again. White people ghetto. Like with cars parked on the lawn and fucking drinking cheap beer out of cans.
Oh, white people ghetto?
Yeah, white people ghetto, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like the trailer trash and shit?
Yeah. So it's white people get, and that's what Florida look like too. Like when you go to Florida, you think that Florida's like got these beaches and there's people out on the beach and shit in the bikini. No, it looked like the white. It looked like the South, man. It's fucking flat and fucking.
Been there before.
It's got it looks like the South.
Yeah,
it looked like Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah, because it's
don't look any different.
It's not as developed as the Northeast. Northeast is like the most developed part of this fucking country. Has the most developed cities this country has.
It's flat.
You got fucking Boston, Baltimore, Maryland, DC, fucking Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Fucking Harrisburg is surprisingly well developed and shit. But the United States has so much land and shit where people barely fucking live at. But it is.
Why don't black people move to those places where nobody lives? Why do they want to be with us racist white people?
They don't want to. They don't. You know, when these individuals get the fucking sense enough to get up and change their situation, then they'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That's what I did. I changed my position. I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking get up and get out of here.
I know that we want to be with them. Like we now modern liberals and shit. They want to be with them. They want to get them like, hey, let's round up all the black people.
I can't talk for all black people. I can only speak for myself. As this is my prerogative as Bey the Asshole. I am an individual. I am not black. I'm not white. I'm not fucking Chinese or any of that other fucking shit. I'm a human being. I'm an individual. I can only speak for myself, express my own opinion. Now, if I want to start speaking on the opinions of others, then I gotta be just like that person. Now, I do understand the black experience. I know it very fucking well. I have great knowledge of it. And so when I say that black women are dumb, I know because I've seen plenty of dumb shit that black women have done. Black women will do dumb shit. They will date dumb niggas before they date a smart nigga. They will fuck with a dumb nigga before
that's every woman, man.
Nigga. Hold on.
That's every single woman on the planet. Come on, man.
I'm talking about black women now.
Yeah, my wife's with me.
That's black women. That's every woman.
Exactly. See, even Mr. Saunders knows. He realizes. He's like, look, I'm a dumb nigga. My wife's with me. You know.
Yep.
Bro, it's cultural shit, man. That's what you need to look culturally, not ethnically.
Genetics.
Genetically, it still don't matter. It's culturally, because like culturally, like a black woman is gonna be able to cook food and stuff, and do shit like
environment
with the burners. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If you have a cold house, black women know how to turn on the burners on the stove and heat the house like that. So white women do that. White women would be like, "What the fuck? You're gonna light the house on fire? What are you doing?"
Is this why black people won't move out the fucking hood? Is because it's a culture mindset?
Well, they know how to live there.
Culture mindset. That's just the environment. They're used to it.
But that's, if I move to the hood, like if I move to the hood, for instance, this is my first time in the hood.
I live in China.
I better look to get a black wife as opposed to importing a white wife that don't know how to live here.
All right. So think about this. Very few immigrants to their country because they are the few and the have enough.
Increase your chance of survival in the hood if you marry someone from the hood.
All right, out of their own country. You'll never see an immigrant not being fucking unhappy to live here in the United States.
No, we got Mexicans and shit. Yeah, they're not happy that we're not handling it because they see the black people. How come all the black people get free shit? We don't. Like so I got him.
Saunders, what the H got? What the H guy?
Oh shit, sorry, bro.
Yeah, mute the mic. He's trying to talk to you. I don't know. I said something. I know I got him. I got him with that. And he started talking. We couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I know. All right. So what I was saying was immigrants. There are immigrants here in this country that support President Trump. They are happy he's fucking president. If we have immigrants here in this country, legal immigrants, and I mean, that are happy that Donald Trump is president, I think we have a message that is there's a wrong message being told on the left. There's a message there's stories not being shared on the left. The left knows exactly what it's doing. It wants to perpetuate victimhood mentality, and it wants to keep us in fucking slave on the fucking plantation, locked up here in our fucking brains and in our minds. They don't want us to progress forward. They don't want us to feel like we're free. They don't want to. They want us to constantly think we are enslaved, we are oppressed, that there is some force called white supremacy, this invisible, non-existent force, I might add, holding us down and keeping us back. I was at a job interview today, and you know what the guy tells me? He's like, yo, you can advance as far as you want in this country to the point of being the CEO. And I said, oh, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, man, I feel like you fucking with me. He's like, nah, man, I started this company when I was a kid. Look where I'm at now. I was like, you know what? I have a point. This is a white man telling me this shit. Now, what white person, what racist group of people, because I'm going to pretend that all white people are fucking racist. What racist group of people will have a member of their faculty their facility. Tell a black man during a job interview, hey, you could be CEO of this motherfucking country if you wanted to. I mean, of this company if you wanted to. White people don't talk like that. Y'all racist. No, he said that because we are living in the United States of America, the land of the motherfucking free. And I take that to mean I can be whatever the fuck I want to be. Now, I can either get this job, use it as a bounce off for what I really truly want to do, is start my own publishing company and fucking make the buku dollars and take everybody else's fucking money and shit. Capitalism. Or I could fucking just rise up in the fucking manufacturing industry and just fucking sell fucking hardware parts and shit. Things for fucking piping and all that, you know? I could do that. Or I could fucking bust my ass at the saw factory and run the saw factory. Or I can go and work at a fucking garbage joint and fucking run a garbage joint. If I stay there long enough, if I do the damn thing right, if I play my cards right, if I work my ass off. I mean, he said, like he said, he looked at my experience there. You could do whatever the hell you want at this company.
A really good company to start, especially as long as money doesn't become the ultimate goal and you don't start seeing as dollar value thing, but like quality of life. Starting a landscaping business.
Boy, bye. Talking about this landscaping business. Like, don't nobody want to be out. That right there. Black people don't do landscaping.
Yeah, they do.
I'm kidding, Saunders. I'm messing with you. Listen,
It's so easy, and like you're your own boss, and nobody tells you what to fucking do, and like you're out dealing, like you're playing with bugs and smelling flowers. Fucking awesome.
my brother wanted to start a landscaping company. I told him, I was like, if I get on and whatnot, I'll help you start that business up. I ain't fucking pulling no leaves, no trees. I ain't snapping a fucking twig in half. I want to walk around like the boss with my hands in my pocket and my chest is stuck the fuck out. Yeah, I'm the boss. Y'all better get the fuck back to work. Y'all better work, slaves. Pick that motherfucking cotton out them fucking bushes. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up.
I love picking weeds.
Get them weeds up. I said cotton. Stick them roses. Trim them bushes.
Hey, where the fuck is St. John? St. John's.
Newfoundland?
St. John's, Arizona.
I don't know where everything out is at out here. I'm be honest. There's places in Arizona I about, like, I didn't know there was a surprise Arizona and shit for a long time until I seen it on a map.
Apache County.
Is that on the map? It's gonna show me this little box. At least Arizona, when they have their borders are fine squares. Like they have this decisive.
So it's west. Shit near the New Mexico border.
What? St. John's?
Yeah, it's south of the reservations, the Four Corners, and it's in the cuts, man. That shit probably like 4 hours.
I didn't realize how close Phoenix is to the fucking border. Or hell, Tucson.
What, the California border or what?
No, I'm talking about the Mexican border.
Yeah, Phoenix goes to the California border.
Yeah, it is. It's like it's like a 3-hour drive from here. LA is. I know that much.
It's closer to us than it is to New Mexico. I've been through there before.
Well, duh. New Mexico is like all the way on the other fucking side of the world. And that state long as shit. That state and fucking Texas. Texas is the worst, most fucking was the you know what? No, it was New Mexico. When I was on that fucking Greyhound trip, riding through that fucking little square part of Texas through Amarillo and shit was the fucking longest ride ever. And New Mexico, I don't know why the fuck Greyhound had got nerve to drive niggas all the way through this long ass fucking state. That's just fucking ridiculous. That was too fucking much. I was just like, I'm done. I am no longer ever driving through fucking New Mexico ever to fuck again.
Nothing.
I mean, I was really surprised to find out that Alaska is the largest state by square mile that this country has.
Yeah, you didn't know that, dude. There's a part of Alaska that's like 2 miles from Russia.
I mean,
And
I'm
then
so used to looking at Alaska on like on regular ass maps and on the globe, and they have it all small and tiny, like it's all regular and shit. You know, looking like it's in the size of Arizona.
Alaska has a panhandle and shit that goes all the way down all the west coast of Canada, and then it goes east, like all the way to Russia and shit. Dude, Alaska's hella big, man. There's places in Alaska that you can't get to like in one day. In
Yeah, it
like
used to be
it's not like here, any other state. You could take like a week. Like there's parts of Alaska that are like fucking 2,000-3,000 miles apart.
it used to be connected to fucking whatchamacallit, fucking Russia.
But all those islands that go towards Russia or Alaska, and then all the peninsula down to Seattle is Alaska too. And then there's the border with Canada, like from the border, the corner to corner on that side, it's like 3,000 miles, and then north to south, it's like 3,000 miles too. It's like,
so like some niggas, they really like these people here in fucking Wales, Alaska. They really can see Russia. They can see Russia from there.
it's not like in Texas you can get anywhere in Texas in 10 hours. Like California's the same way. You can drive from any part of California in 10 hours. Right, and border to border, it'd be like 12. But if you're anywhere here, you could get anywhere in the same day, basically. That's not the case in Alaska.
Touching. How is there such a cultural difference between us and Russia? Probably because nobody lives on this fucking end of Russia. It looks like fucking just straight up desert wasteland. Looks like a fucking post-apocalypse. Looks like a meteor just fucking dropped right there in that part of the planet.
Yeah, I want to go, but Alaska too harsh. I'd rather get like a bordering state like Nevada, Arizona. But they got a fat house there already too.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna have to end this show in a bit. I'm about to get myself ready to for bed and get something to eat and shit. I really appreciate you guys stopping on. Fuck Alaska.
Yeah, man. Thanks for chilling.
Oh, hey, no problem, man. You guys, let me see. I wanted to talk about Attorney General Barr, but I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna actually watch that hearing and whatnot, so that can be more cohesive. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Can you guys do me a favor?
No. Yeah.
You share this video, and to my subscribers, if you ever come in to watch or any of that good jazz, I have very few subscribers, only 38 people. Please like and subscribe. Please share this video and shit. That's all I'm asking of you. I don't want your fucking money. I don't want your Patreon or any of that bullshit because I don't have one. My name is Bey the motherfucking asshole. I want to thank my guests once again, Pastor Taylor James and Mr. Saunders for stepping on through. I'll see you guys in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, look, we are dealing with a great crisis right now. And that great crisis is Black Lives Matter, Antifa being called a myth, and fucking Joe Biden out there with his brown and black people rhetoric. It is a pain in the ass. It's annoying as fuck. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm not black. I'm not brown. I'm not white, yellow, or fucking pink. I am that guy right there. Bey the motherfucking asshole. I'm honored and privileged to be in all of your presence. Join me next time when we talk about some real deal shit. I don't know what the fuck it's going to be about, but I would definitely touch on Attorney General Barr's fucking hearing. I am the fuck